All right, we're going to use function notation to come up with some solutions today. And then what we're going to do is learn how to do this in Desmos to check our answers. All right, so it starts with if f of x equals 3x minus 4, find the following. And what we have here is a linear equation. Okay, but we have function notation, so it looks a little bit different. So you'll notice where it says f of x, okay? And what that is this is going to be what we call our input. And what we're asking for is, if I was to input a value, what would be our final answer? So where it says f of -1, notice that -1 is in the same spot where x is at. You can see it right there. So when we do this, what we're going to simply do is say f of -1, in any place we see an x, we're going to put that -1 value. So I'm going to put 3 times -1 minus 4. And what we're going to continue to do is we're going to say f of -1, because this is just saying I want the answer if I put -1 in for x. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 times -1, which is -3 minus 4, which then we can go ahead and simplify. F of -1 equals -3 minus 4 is -7. Now, we continue the process. This is all we're going to do is continue the process, except the input is going to change. So let's go to the next one. It says f of 6. And what it's saying here is that 6 is now going to be x. So x equals to 6. So what we'll do is we'll write f of 6 equals 3 times 6 minus 4. And then we'll say f of 6 equals 3 times 6, which is 18, minus 4. 18 minus 4 is going to be 14, and that is going to be f of 6. Now, everybody goes, okay, well, what does that necessarily mean? -1 and f of -1 equals -7, f of 6 equals a 14. Well, first of all, that is a coordinate point. So our answer is x is -1, our y value is -7, okay? So in the second one, f of 6 equals 14, that is the x value being 6 and the y value being 14. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this on Desmos so we kind of see what's happening. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to type in our original function. So I'm going to type in f of x equals to 3x minus 4. Okay. And there's a couple ways we can do this problem. Now that I've named the function in Desmos, I can actually, going to this first one, which is f of -1, going to this one, because it's named, I can come over here and type in f of -1. It will verify our answer for us, which is -7. Another way that we could do this is actually type in, well, this is x equals to -1. So I can type in x equals -1, and I can look for the intersection. So you can see that there's two ways of doing this in Desmos to check our work, to make sure our algebra is correct. So if I want to go to the second one, which is f of 6, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I can type in f of 6 because I've given it a name, okay? And that will tell us that our answer is 14. And then I can also say, well, x equals to 6. So I can type in x equals to 6. And I can look for that intersection. And once again, that kind of shows us that exact thing that we are looking for points. So 6 and 14. All right, I hope that helps you understand how to use function notation on linear equations.